Hello, deadly tubers, and welcome back to another Let's Play with me, BlueAnkylo. It's Death Knights of Krynn. If you've been following along, we just finished Champions of Krynn. So we're going right into Death Knights of Krynn, but this one's a little different for me, personally. We'll watch the intro here, and then I'll talk a little bit about why. It's a little bit loud, I know, but once it's over, it'll go back to normal. Enjoy that music from the Fat Man and Dave Govett. It's like we're in a spooky movie. It goes on a little longer than I thought. Okay, let's just show you guys the demo, and then we'll get into it. Even after defeating Murtani and putting an end to the draconian threat, evil still lurks in Krynn. Your daring group of adventurers now face a far greater danger. The threat of the dreaded Lord Soth and his growing undead army plotting to something Krynn. Explore cities. Oh, I remember those. That's the bazaar. That place is terrible. Find treasure. Find death. Lord Soth has the power to turn even the closest of your friends into deadly opponents. That guy's got some lovely nose mustache there. Evil is everywhere and strikes with little warning. And they stole your dragon lance. So you're gonna have to fight dragons normally. For now. The dread wolf lurks around every corner. It's a pretty spooky dog. Tenar turns undead and kills all the ghouls immediately. Well, high-level cleric's gonna high-level cleric. Well, that makes this fight a lot easier. Sir Dearden! Flavius. Oh, longbow +3. Yeah, that's pretty good. Kills a ghoul. Good, good. We got some delayed blast fireball. Yeah, that'll probably do. Not that much damage. Plus, I think the bad dog is immune to fire. Yeah. Hold person? Good idea. Failed. Oh, Tanar. 4 attacks in a row from that bad dog. Alright, what do we got? Lightning bolts? Might reflect that. Nope. Not quite. Should have moved over a little bit. Could have reflected it onto him. Okay, maybe the team will survive. That bad dog is real bad, though. -6 AC. Fire touch is not going to help. That's dumb, Flavius. Tanar is dead. Sir Dearden. Who will win? Now, Sir Dearden has -11 armor class, so, you know. Wait, you get fire damage on your arrows from fire touch? That's cheating! Remember that for later, guys. Fire touch onto your arrows. Protect the beauty and magic that still exists in Krynn. They were very, very high-level mages and fighters. 101 HP on a mage is insane. The Death Knights await, so go forward against this new threat and defeat the Death Knights of Krynn. Alright. I need the music to go away. Alright, there. So, future tubers, also live tubers. Hi, everybody. Before we hop right into this game, I just want to introduce a little bit. I mean, we've been playing lots of GoldBox games, so it's not new for the channel or anything. We've gone through the Pool of Radiance series. We've played through Champions of Krynn. But this specific game is the one that I had first as a young child. So I didn't actually play Pool of Radiance, Cursed Is Your Bonds. I didn't even have Champions of Krynn. I just had Death Knight. So I always just created a new character right here, made my party, and went with it. I never quite finished the game because it's pretty difficult. And, you know, It's on back my old Commodore 2000 or Amiga 2000, whatever you want to call it. You know, it's tough, you know. Anyway, I had to go to school and stuff, so I couldn't just sit around playing video games all day. Anyway, this game has a lot of nostalgia for me, and this is what probably got me introduced to Dungeons and Dragons in the first place, actually. I'm pretty sure this is the first time I ever heard of D&D and learned the basics here, and failed many, many times. But still, that's why I quite enjoy this game, and I'm really looking forward to giving it a thorough thrashing now, coming back to it for the first time with a lot more experience under my belt nowadays. So that's kind of the plan. We need to do a little trick here, because for the future tubers, I have to import the characters. And importing characters is a little bit fiddly, especially when I want to change things. So I'm going to load a save game from Death Knights, because I've already done it. Slot C is my sort of loaded up one. Now, we're not going to actually begin adventuring, because this is from a save file after you skip the intro. So we're not going to do that. But what we do is we remove everybody here, put them in the sort of lobby area. Now you're back to the main menu. You've lost your save file at this point. You can't just re-add people and load up from your save file. So if you're playing along, you know, don't do that accidentally. But if we add them back in now, and again, we'll try to get them in the right order here. So Aaron, and well, we can move them around once we get into game, I suppose. But it's fine, yeah. So Aaron, Jarrell +1, Pixel, Rob +1. We'll talk about why they have a +1 in a minute. So there's our party. Now, most characters just got imported cleanly. There's not really anything different for Aaron. From the end of Champions of Krynn, he kept all of his gear, which is pretty sweet, and all of his experience and stats and stuff. So he's a level 7 Knight of the Sword with a little bit of clerical magic. And while we're talking now, also I'm going to put some music on in the background because it's just too quiet. The background music will be OC remix of Xenogears for today. So there will be GoldBox companion and stuff on the side in a second once we get into the game. Anyway, Aaron, Knight of the Sword, doing just fine. If we were to create a brand new Knight of Slamnia, they'd be pretty similar, but they wouldn't have quite as good gear. We've got Thornum as our next character. Nothing really changed for Thornum. He kept all of his gear again. Well, he doesn't have any amazing maces or flails, and Longsword +2 is going to be better than a flail +1 most of the time. But, you know, we'll try to get him a good blunt weapon one of these days. Like a hammer. The Ban Hammer. So we got Thornum there. We got, next up on the list is usually Pixel. Nothing changed with Pixel. Still a pure elf, pure-blooded elf. Neutral, so red mage with Shinari cleric. This is one of the weaker cleric variants, but still, it's fine. Again, we kept all of our stuff. This is going to be very useful in Champions of or Death Knights, because normally you wouldn't have one of these. I don't think this weapon exists on its own, so that should be fun, assuming it works. There is this mace here, so we got 1 +2 mace. I could give that to Thor, I guess, but I'm keeping him with his flail for the moment. We'll figure it out. Anyway, longswords are generally better. It's just the way it is. Then we've got Tim here. So Tim is our half-elf multi-class. This is the good variant. It's our only white mage at the moment, you'll see in a second. We did have another white mage before, but not anymore. Longsword +3 is pretty darn good, though, so that should work out. And, yeah, multi-class will be a little bit lower levels, but lots of utility. So I'm always happy to have a couple of those. Then next up is our upgraded Jarrell. So Jarrell was a Kender, a cleric thief, which is a terrible class combination on a class that can't even get beyond like level 5 fighter or strength beyond 16 or ever learn magic like mage. So we did a little trick in GoldBox Companion because I didn't want a Kender if I couldn't have a good thief as we get to higher levels. So fighter thief would work. Fighter mage thief is a little bit more utilitarian, and we didn't have a fighter mage thief. So I just sort of changed Jarrell up a little bit. Jarrell got polymorphed, let's say. Now, for the future tubers, you'll just have to believe me, but he has exactly the same amount of experience as he had at the end of the last game. I redistributed it to 3 classes rather than 2, so he may have lost a level in Thief and all of his levels in Cleric, but he's regained most of them in Fighter and Red Mage to balance it out. So he should be very much the same as the rest of the party, just slightly rejiggered, and still a Kender, so we're breaking class stereotypes, let's say. We have a female Kender that has more strength because it's a fighter, and red mage that, for some reason, I don't actually know lore-wise why Kender can't learn magic. Whatever. He has the same old gear, but he can equip other stuff now that he's a fighter. So I figured, yeah, we'll see how it goes. And then our other change is Rob. So Rob is a human. Humans usually can't be multi-class. They can only be single class and then class change to a new class. But we're going to see if we're allowed to cheese this with a multi-class thanks to GoldBox Companion. So maybe we'll be able to level Cleric and Red Mage at the same time. Maybe not. We'll figure it out as we go. But I just added in Cleric because we hit the level cap on Red Mage pretty quick. And, or we were a White Mage before. He became less of a good guy. You know, part of the transformation process, he lost some of his alignment. But Cleric Mage just gives us more spells, and honestly, there's a lot of undead in this game, so it's not a bad plan. So there's like level drain and all the nasty undead stuff now that we're into sort of a mid or high level D&D campaign. So an extra couple of clerics won't hurt. And again, he'll be able to equip new stuff as a cleric. We just don't have any right now. He's also overburdened by my steel here, but we could drop some of that, I guess. Is that enough? I think you have to reload the screen to see if that's too much. He should have movement 12, and money is really not going to be a big issue once we get going here. There we go. Now he's got his max movement. Okay. So there you go. Clean that up a little bit. And yeah, let's just get into the game. I guess one thing to show off before we get too far, which is nowhere so far, but we're going to be using the new sets of clue books. Although I only use clue books when I forget how to when I can't figure something out or want to double check if we missed anything. But we do have the Adventurer's Journal, which is pretty important. And, you know, we're not going to go through this all right now, but just keep in mind I've got this in the background and I'm referring to it every so often. I really like the charts in it, you know, if you're ever curious about how the spells work. This one does go all the way up to level 8 mage spells, unlike the last game, which capped at level 4? Yeah, we couldn't even get level 5 stuff. So, you know, there's higher levels. We can get to level 14 this time around, or a thief can get to level 18. Rangers can get to level 14. We still don't have a ranger, in case you're wondering. The reason is... Where's my ranger EXP chart? Did I miss it? Well, okay, this is kind of the way to look at it. So the number of attacks per turn, our goal here with our fighters and knights or paladins, you could have a paladin now in Death Knights, they get an additional attack per round, or they go from 3-2 to 2-1, so instead of every odd turn, they'll get 2 attacks every turn at level 13. But a ranger doesn't get that extra attack until level 15, and their maximum level in this game is 14. So if we bring a ranger, they'll never get their extra attack, which is, I don't know, pretty annoying. So that's why there's no ranger, even though rangers do learn druidic spells, which are kind of unique. There's a couple spells here you won't learn without rangers, because there's no druids. Anyway, that's you know, good to know for background information. Let's zip up to the intro and read about what our party has been doing, because this is a year between the end of Champions and where we are now. So, 1 year ago, the forces of evil were united under the powerful Aurak Draconian Mirtani. We can zoom in here a little bit, I suppose. He had once again uncovered the method of corrupting dragon eggs into draconians. Aided by his Death Knight ally, Sir Lebomb, he was able to seize control of central Krynn and to field a dangerous army. It wasn't a very big army, really. We turned all the undead instantly. There was quite a few dragons, though. As the Solamnic forces converged upon the region, a small band of stalwart heroes, that's us, uncovered Mirtani's secret plan to suddenly generate a huge army and ambush the Solamnic forces. Mirtani hoped to slay key leaders in one swift action, and then crush the remaining disorganized resistance. Magic rituals discovered in a stolen tome would allow him to turn stolen dragon eggs into draconians en masse. The eggs were well hidden, and the Solamnic scouts had missed them after the War of the Lance. A small band of heroes were able to slip into Mertani's stronghold in Krynn and slay this foul minion of the evil goddess Takisi before the magic could be used. Without the draconian force, the Knights of Solamnia were able to rout the evil army and bring peace to the region again. There's your quick and dirty recap. But, from Sir Harold, you are cordially invited to attend the first anniversary of the victory of the Battle of Krynn. Those in attendance will include the survivors of that battle, and those granted the special Solamnic Order of the Champion of Krynn, which is us. Except for Tim, who technically died, but, he gets it in spirit. This will be both a celebration of the great victory and a commemoration of those who fell achieving it. A special memorial will be held for the former commander of the Gargath outpost, Sir Carl, who loved a dragon, who was slain defending the oath and the measure, freeing prisoners from some draconians. This will be held at the parade grounds outside the Gargath outpost. If only we'd had known Ray's dead back then. Or taken his body back to a temple. Because you could have just taken him to a temple and had him resurrected. We had the money. Anyway, that's the intro. The map's a little different, although this is a terrible version of it. We'll see it in game much, much more detail. But Throttle is still there, so we had Throttle last time. Gargath Outpost is in a slightly different area. Things moved around a little bit, when they rebuilt the map. But we're kind of in the north section, just sort of north of where we played on the last map. It doesn't go all the way to Krynn. It doesn't go all the way back. Well, I guess Throttle, yeah, it goes further west than Throttle, because this was the northwest, right? Like right up to here, right up to Throttle, I guess. And then Gargath was over here, and there was Jellic and a couple of things over here. So we're just kind of northwest of where we played the last map, which is fine. A little bit icier. Okay, that's your intro. Hopefully that works. Let's get dangerous. Oh, by the way, in case you're wondering, Tim never did get his constitution back. Maybe at some point we'll go on a quest and try to recover his lost constitution. It's really annoying in the old D&D system where you get permanent negative constitution. So he's going to lose out on some hit points on his fighter levels. Not very many, but technically he might lose a couple points of HP. It shouldn't make that big of a deal, but in general we don't want to allow characters to get killed and raised from the dead. But fighting, generally speaking, my rule has been when we're doing final boss battles, whoever wins, whoever survives, survives, and the rest have to make do with their stat penalties. Because we're not save-scumming bosses, seems to be the rule. Anyway, let us begin. We'll get GoldBox Companion up here in a minute here. A year has passed since Britannia was defeated in the ruins of Krynn. The survivors of that campaign have been called together to celebrate and to remember fallen comrades. You meet outside the Gargath outpost. During the year, the knights have used equipment you donated, the equipment they stole from us, to restore the peace. The trip to the Gargath outpost was uneventful. You arrive the night before the celebration. Do you wish to rest? Yes. Spoiler alert, you're going to want to have some spells ready for some reason. But yeah, it's upgraded engine, so the moons look a little bit nicer, the map's got more colors. Every game in the GoldBox series gets a little bit nicer looking. It's the same engine, but they upgrade them a little bit. Alright, to rest. So, while we're here, we can order people back to normal. Tim needs to be here. Rob needs to be at the bottom. Thornham needs to be up there. Okay. I generally order by HP or AC, and for now we're just keeping it with our status, our standard. Now that we're here, though, we can save in slot A, and I'll be able to actually pull up our icons and everything. So GoldBox Companion, I guess I should do a little bit of an intro to it. Because it's the first game in a new series, technically. But GoldBox Companion, I highly recommend. It's got auto mapping. It's got the little overlays up top that show you your current HP and XP. It's got a save editor. It's got all kinds of crazy features that would take a long time to explain. But it's got a lot of good stuff. And I'm really happy with it. I highly recommend installing it, giving it a go. It's a little fiddly to get set up the first time. I do have a tutorial on that on the channel as well. Beginning of Pool of Radiance. Okay, so the thing we need to do to start is basically memorize some magic. So I'm going to try to go through this fairly quick because I don't think we have any spells memorized right now. Maybe we do. They actually did keep your memorized spells from the last game. That's nice of them. So we actually won't need to spend too long here after all. But there are still some new spells to pick up. Protection from evil is pretty handy, make no mistake. And, well, hold on. Trouble is always, what have we got? We've got 2 protection from evils, a bless, a cure light. So we need to detect magic, and then whatever else I want. 1 detect magic for treasures. We might want some neutralize poison one day, but for now, there's lots of evil things. Okay, and then Pixel. Oh, look at this, all these spells we've got. We got 1 bonus spell. So what's he got? We got 1 fireball. We need another fireball. I did memorize that haste spell last time, specifically for the final boss, and then I forgot to cast it. So maybe this time we'll use a couple haste spells. We'll get that extra fireball in there. Next up is Tim. Tim has a bunch of bonus spells ready to go. He must have cast like all of his black magic. That's fine. Alright, so let's give him probably 1 lightning bolt, 2 fireballs. We'll go 3 fireballs. Lots of big groups in this game. And then in level 2, Stinking Cloud is still going to be very good, although so right now Tim is our only white mage. So he's like the only one that can learn Rave and Enfeeblement. There's a couple specific spells that only he can learn that we might want. Like detect invisibility and stuff. I'll pick a detect invisibility up. It could come in useful. And then certainly hold person is always helpful against at least the living. Now Drow's going to be a little different here, so we're going to have to memorize the full set because Drow was not a mage last time. So now we have a new fighter mage, and I already gave him a fair amount of spells because we had a lot of scrolls in the last game. And they covered a lot of basic spells, so I just gave him a bunch of red magic to get started. More fireballs. You're gonna love it. Some stinking clouds. Maybe a mirror image. It's pretty good on a thief that gets behind people to go backstab. And then in the first tier, actually the shield spell might work. I'm not sure how that would work with a 2-handed weapon. I'll give it a try at some point. A couple magic missiles, and boy, a Kender that could enlarge themselves. That seems pretty cool. So, some utility there. And then similarly, Rob won't have any of his old spells, so we gotta go through his stuff. We can get Fire Shield now, which is pretty good. For now, though, I think fireballs are just better as a general rule. But as we get more level 3 slots, and more level 3 and 4 slots, I'll definitely pick up like a couple fire shields for tough fights. I think we will run into enemies that can disease us in this game, so we'll want some of those later. We have a lot of cleric spells now. Resist fire will certainly be good later on, make no mistake. We'll switch over to that at some point. And then Burning Hands was our clerical spell. And pick up some Cure Light Wounds. We're really not going to use all that many Cure Light Wounds anymore, because fixing is so much better than trying to use a 1d8 like 100 times to heal everybody up. Okay, that's the full memorizing experience. Only 25 minutes in just to get that done. But one of the main features I love about GoldBox Companion, and the fact that we're on an emulator, is we can speed this all up. We actually ran out of time to learn all of our spells. But what we can do is, in GoldBox Companion, is store those spells, and then the next time we're resting, we can just click a button rather than go through the whole spellbook process every time. Okay, let's give this a try. Oh, there's a couple little details I didn't really talk about, but because of how Drow and Rob got class changed, they do have some effects that aren't 100% correct. So Drow's Kender stats and Rob's human stats are not quite perfect. Rob has sleep resistance, which is an elf ability, but I don't know how to get rid of it. I might just need to change him back to being an elf again, just to be honest, but I don't know how to get rid of that effect in GoldBox Companion in the editor. I tried, but I couldn't figure it out. And the $73, the address above Pixel, that's the anti-reptile sword he has equipped. Okay, the beautiful Lady Maya stands and gives an eulogy for Sir Carl. His bravery helped the heroes gathered here to overcome the massive forces of evil. If he were alive today, I'm sure he would be very proud. A fat knight whispers to you, "She's amazingly beautiful for a silver dragon. Don't you know that Sir Carl was in love with her? Yeah, we got him a flower for her or something. She's now one of the deadliest hunters of evil in the lands." The festival continues into the early evening, while thunderheads gather in the west. Suddenly, small specks detach themselves from the black clouds. They grow larger until... a huge death dragon, flanked by nightmares, sweeps toward the suddenly silent celebration. Just a second, man. You note something familiar about the decaying leader atop the dragon. He does have some amazing nose hair. Maya screams in despair as she recognizes the gruesome remains of her ex-lover. Sir Carl brandishes his sword as his death dragon swoops toward the scattering crowd. As he comes close, the corpse of Sir Carl shouts, "You pathetic worms sicken me. In life, I believed the pap about honor and virtue succeeding, but death has revealed the truth. Catch these trophies from the first knights I've met." He tosses down a pile of armor and weapons. As you look up again, he has grabbed the dragon lance on display, not being guarded at all, and is headed away. Fireball. All the fireballs right now. He's stealing our dragon lance. This music's not acceptable. Where's some spooky music? Well, this is sad music at least. Maya streaks after him before you can follow. The nightmares have deposited their riders before you. Other knights rush to your aid. The battle is joined. Time to learn about a new mechanic. So Aaron, in Death Knights of Krynn, based on his level and rank, will sometimes take control of allied knights. Sometimes they'll fight on their own, and it's almost more of annoying for us to move them around. But we will have sometimes Solandic knights under our control, which is cool. So, what do we got? We got new enemies. I can't even really see them for our current location. Oh yeah, there's lots of guys up here. Well, it looks like Rob's going first, and I think Rob, all you're gonna do is open fire. I said fireballs away, right? So I'm expecting some good fireballs here. So we've got skeleton warriors and nightmares. Now the nightmares might be immune to fire. Also, we're outside for the first time in a long time, so our fireballs are not as wide-ranging. Only 2 tiles from where you target, I think. Maybe we'll target this guy. Oh, I forgot to slow it down after the after that resting phase. So it did appear. No, the nightmares took damage. It's the skeleton warriors that didn't take damage. Just be expecting all the enemies to be a lot stronger. Now, nightmares are undead horses, I suppose. They tend to belch smoke and fire and generally cause problems. But Drow is now also a mage and is ready to open fire with some more magic. Nope. The range of Ice Storm is to here. I was pretty sure we'd be able to cast Ice Storm across this map, but nope. Also, the graphics for Ice Storm have upgraded, in case you're wondering. Some of the spells do indeed get better as we as we progress. Okay, this song is terrible for the situation. I need something spooky for all the undead enemies we're fighting. Just attacks from behind. Alright, Thornum. You're up. Miss. Unfortunately now, all of our anti-draconian weapons, they're not specifically built for horses. Swing and a miss on our first attack. No! Drow gets hit by the nightmare. Alright. Get some dilution here with the Solamnic Knights. Why can't you move? Oh, I must have delayed rather than ended. Alright, let's kill this punk. Miss. 8, dead. Alright. Drow took a little bit of damage, but nothing we can't handle. Let's see. So skeleton warriors, armor class 2 is not that high. We could throw another fireball down. Try to guard my mages a little bit better. Honestly, there's not too many enemies. We should be okay. Let's just throw some darts at them. The old Robert darting. Okay, here we go. That should be safe. It would appear that skeletal knights are immune to fireballs. So, there's some news for me. I thought the nightmares might be, but it turns out it's just the skeletons. Okay. Well, Tim is pretty good at turning undead normally, isn't he? Where's turn undead now? There's response speed, cast guard, quick. The menus are a little bit different than last time, so I have to refresh myself on where all the buttons are. Where is my turn undead ability? Maybe it just knows you're not high enough level to turn them. Well, looks like fireballs are not going to help us out too much. Probably not stinking clouds. Most of our spells not very good against these guys. They do have 60 hit points, which is quite a lot. Oh, they probably just have a lot of magic resistance, the looks of things. Too bad we don't have a Mace of Disruption anymore. So they should be taking half damage from bladed attacks. I thought I could get a... Oh, right, there's that effect too. Smoke AoE for blinding. There's a lot of things going on right now. We've got to kill those nightmares with their blind effect. So, what can we do to help speed this up a little bit? Let's throw down some prayer. See if that helps. Should give us some better stats a little bit. I was gonna try to get a backstab, but I don't think we can. Well, first off, let's kill this nightmare. Try, and then I want to switch over to like blunt weapons here a bit. We could try Proteval. All right, anyone who's got not everyone has a blunt weapon that's magical, unfortunately, but we should switch over to them now. There you go. Backstabs will also work, even on undead. Somehow we stab a skeleton in the back. mysterious. Alright, we gotta switch over. There's gonna be a lot more skeletons in this game, so we're gonna want to pick up some magical maces or something. I'm gonna hold off on Rob for the moment. Oh, I put him on quick mode instead of quit because the shortcuts are different than they used to be. Oh well, it's fine. Okay, well, we'll pull out that flail. Here you go, Thor. There we go. That's some better damage. Tim does not have any... No. Pixel mist, though. That should have been a backstab. Now, against normal enemies, this sword is only +1, so the mace is actually better against most of these enemies anyway, honestly. Alright, get him. There we go. A magical blunt. Hold on. Is that legal in Krynn? Okay, we're good. Guard. I like that I can just hit G to guard instantly now. Used to be press D for done or something. Like, I'm just trying to re-memorize all my my shortcuts. Anyway, we got it. Look at all that experience. 3 grand from the first battle. With the enemy defeated, the knights gather what they can and retire to the outpost to regroup. Evil forces close in and lay siege. The outpost gates will soon be sealed against invaders. You walk up to the main gate. You carry the hurt to the temple. Many are in agony. Help with healing? Sure. Aaron? Sure, he cast some light wounds. A young woman is healed. What a nice guy. Good job, Aaron. We thank you. After you rest, see me in my chamber. We have a lot more. We can do a lot more healing if you want, really. Hold on. Before we get too much further, let's go talk about skeletal knights and stuff. Because, yeah, there's some new enemies here. And if you haven't seen them before, they are not friends. So let's look at the regular journal. There should be an entry for these guys. Let's see. Piles of bones. All the spells. Here we are. All the enemies. So, while there will be death dragons eventually, and probably death knights and all the other types of dragons, you know, eventually. Lots of fun ghoulies to look out for later on. I'm looking for nightmares. Here we are. Commonly the mount of the more powerful undead, it originates in the lower planes, often known as hell horses or demon steeds. Now they do have some abilities that we can't see here. And then skeletal knights, or whatever, skeletal warriors. Skeleton warriors. Undead warriors forced into their nightmare states by powerful wizards. They're used by their controllers as bodyguards, servants, or workers. Clerics have no power over these undead. So something that we cannot turn. Kind of sucks, right? Lots of new enemies, anyway. Also pretty strong against magic. So we're going to need some more magical maces and stuff. Alright, so let's have a little look around this area. I would say the map also gets a bit of an update. It's similar style as the previous game, but I think it looks a little bit nicer than Champions of Krynn. A plain home. You hear soft snoring. Do you leave? Okay. Spiral stairs. We'll go up there later. It's kind of the top of the fort over there. The bank. Yes. Do we get to keep our money that we deposited last year? Oh, can we? You can deposit weapons now. Oh, that's so nice. So if you don't want to hold on to these old things, but you don't want to sell them. There we go. Just put them away for later. we should probably just sell them, to be honest. But you know, it's cool. It's cool. I got so much stuff. Yes, take all these. I don't want to carry them around forever. Oh, I can finally clean up my inventory, guys. It's gonna look so nice. Yeah, this Death Knights of Krynn's when the game gets a lot. The GoldBox companion, or the GoldBox in general, definitely got a nice upgrade around this point in the series. Okay, we don't have a lot of stuff for Rob or Drow just yet. Got all these wands. We'll switch them around at some point. Pool. So we do have like a fair amount of stuff. A bunch of items in there. It looks like the bank just works as like a free. You don't have to pay money to deposit like we used to. So honestly, we'll just leave the money in there. It's fine. We can get it later if we need it. Okay. Thanks, bank. You're way cooler than... Now that we're heroes, right? Don't have to pay to use it. Just a plain home. Alright. Continue your exploring. The town cemetery. Yeah, someone should probably watch out for this area. Just gonna say, this seems like a bad time. You enter a quiet alcove. Recorded as journal entry 40. Hey, where'd my GoldBox companion go? It, hold on. Journal entry 40. I can't pull it up! I'll have to save, and something crashed in the background. I don't know what happened, but fine. Journal 40, I can still figure it out, don't worry. Backup strats. Journal entries, there they are. Oh, Calaman, I hate you so much. Sir Carl's grave. This is where we are. The graveyard is silent, except for whispers of wind. All seems in order. You find Sir Carl's grave, heaped in flowers and marked by the gleaming marble obelisks that Maya had prepared. Yet something is amiss. The obelisk leans slightly. As you put out a hand to correct it, it suddenly topples. Crash! Full on the grave it falls, breaking through sod casket to reveal black tunnels that reek of putrefaction and disease. Uh-oh. Well, that's surely not good. An evil chuckle stops you cold. You turn to see a beast perched on a tombstone. A dread wolf! Oh no! His eyes ooze wickedness. Sir Carl warned us of you. I see he exaggerates. Just in case, wherever you go, I will stop your meddling. Kill it. The Dreadwolf vanishes, and legions of carrion snakes swarm over you. If only we had the spell that gets rid of snakes. Everyone takes a bit of damage. If only we had that spell. What was that charm snake spell? You crush many, but others continue to bite you. A strong voice intones holy words, and the snakes shrivel up. The town priest appears with some knights. Paladin, protect us! They block the holes with stones and spells. Go and rest. Well, it's probably good that we found that anyway. So remember when I'm like, that spell's useless, never remember that spell. But there was a reason for it. Let me see if I can fix my my GoldBox companion here. There we go. I don't know what happened there. Okay. Let's keep exploring the town. So that goes up. This is our tower. And then this is like on top of the walls. So you can kind of see how this fort is actually like multi-leveled, which is pretty cool. Red door? Just a nice room. Maybe we can sleep there. We will rest up eventually, don't worry. I just want to explore the place while we're kind of free to explore. A weapon shop. Well, if only we had some money. What you got? Sadly, nothing magical. So nothing in here is really worth it. I guess if you're playing with new characters, you could start equipping them up here with some non-magical gear. But even if you created new characters for Death Knights, you'd start with +1 or +2 swords, so... Most of this stuff is just junk, but at least it's cheap. So if you want to switch up your gear, pretty cheap to get some basic stuff. Godspeed you back. The town is sealed. Okay, we can't go outside right now. There's another tower. So there's lots of connections to the towers and the walls. So it's kind of a small town. It's just an outpost. Another way up. Connects up to the other side. These are just arrow slits. You shoot down arrows on invaders. So this place should be safe, right? It's got quite the set of walls. The bar is crowded. Have a drink. You drink. We talk. We talk. We drink. Eventually we'll get rumors and stuff. Just maybe not right now. Some barracks. You hear soft snoring. Okay, I guess it's the middle of night. The town well. Thirsty. It's probably poisoned. Okay, everyone has a nice drink. No one dies of poisoning immediately. So far so good. No one's here, wherever here is. This might be the training hall during the day. Maybe. Okay, we've almost done the full loop, actually. This place is not all that big. And with auto map, it's nice to see. So the upper story of the keep. This is where the leaders are, I'm sure. I am Post Commander Bertel. I need your help. Evil forces besiege us. We need warriors to defend the town. Will you help? I'm kind of busy. Pick a duty. Well, cemetery. Yeah, we already did that one accidentally. Go to the temple and help lay our fallen to rest. Remember, the town is sealed. Okay, we'll do that. That's fine. We get some little quests here, just to explore. Alright, so this is the middle of town, right in front of the keep. We've been pretty much everywhere once already. This is the cemetery. So is this the temple? No, it's the bank. Ah, temple, bank, what's the difference? Will you help? No. But thou must. Seems dangerous to be in one of these houses right beside the cemetery. I don't know if I'd want to be there. Not right now. So we definitely can rest up in here if we want. Let's fix at least. I'll worry about recharging spells right now, because I can just press restore spells. There you go. Cheating. Not really. Just saving a lot of time. Alright. It's daytime. Your spells are recovered. We are about to be under siege by the undead. We need to find the temple and finish these quests. I don't know where the temple is, though. Stand and be identified. Oh, pass. Okay, the town priest is tired. Oh, I dread this task above all. You lay the bodies of the dead on carts. As you walk to the tombs, the priest talks. I will give our dead my highest benisons. I don't know what a benison is, but thanks. I sanctified Sir Carl, yet his body vanished from a tomb. I blame Lord Soth. Once a great knight, he now uses that power for ill. Solemnly, you go to work. Every broken body is blessed. And at last, it is done. The others wheel the carts away, leaving you alone in your thoughts. Okay. These quests are kind of designed to just show you the town anyway, and I just sort of did it anyway, but it's fine. Okay, Sir Bertel is talking with another knight, Sir Garin. Wait outside! But Bertel waves you in. Sir Garin wants to break the siege. Mayhap he is keen to bloody his new sword. You see, Garin clutches a sword dropped by Sir Carl. Should we attack? Yes. No matter. We will keep our vigil. I said yes. I said yes. The game's like, oh, you didn't want to attack, did you? We've got all these fireballs just waiting for hordes of zombies. Let me go, coach. I'm ready. Well, we did cemetery duty. Let's go patrol duty, I guess. Report to Ein Rampike, my adjutant. She's outside inspecting the town hall. The town is sealed, and you're not allowed to go outside to combat the undead. Town hall? Do we know where a town hall is? This is the temple. Maybe right in front of it? Weapon store. Nope. If I was a town hall, where would I be? They really want to interrupt me every time I go in front of the temple. Plane home. Everyone's outside working. I guess there's this big one. It could be here. Training warriors. Okay, that's your training hall, like I suspected. Stand and be identified. That's gonna get really annoying very, very fast. The bar is empty. Have a drink. Why not? It's a tough job. Someone's got to do it. We're trying to do a patrol here, and it's difficult to get started. I don't know where the town hall is. I tried. Yeah, they're all just houses. The innkeep greets you. For our best room, to the left. Yeah, we've already, the innkeep just stands outside in the rain. Town hall? Maybe the second floor of the keep? Or the lower story? A keep well. Everyone has some more water. Stay hydrated, my homies. The town is sealed. Oh, there's like a secret back exit. Well, you can guarantee we get attacked from there later. Ambushed. Okay, we're upstairs. Well, where the heck is the town hall, man? I'm just doing the patrol, guys. I don't know where we're going. It's fine. We'll figure it out. You and me together, live. Soldiers draw near. A comely woman steps from among them. Ah, volunteers! What's your task? Yeah, this is totally the town hall. Exactly the place I thought it would be. Yeah, I've just been patrolling. Wander the outpost. Alert for invaders. Patrol till relieved. Well met. So we're just patrolling. I mean, I've been patrolling all day. I was built to patrol. I'm really good at patrolling when I'm filling out my auto map. Yeah. Hi there. You hear faint footsteps. Enemy troops attack! A battle has begun, and we have new updated enemy sprites. Black wizards, evil warriors, patriarchs. So clerics and higher level mages than what we used to have. Oh no, what will we ever do? Well, I'll tell you what I'm gonna do. We're gonna stink this place all up. Haha, stupid wizard. Alright, Tim, there's a wizard over here that doesn't need to get interrupted. That's it. And with that, we're already pretty much done the fight. Not quite, but... Oh, he made it all the way through 2 steps. So the enemies, of course, in Death Knights of Krynn are much higher level than what we were dealing with in Champions. So they're going to have better saving throws. A lot of our old tricks won't be quite as reliable. But they will still work. Rob gets a kill, another kill with his darts of doom. Alright, no enemy spellcasting allowed. So far, so good. Longsword +3 is probably our best weapon right now. We can just go to quick battle for some of these to save a little bit of time. Yeah. I don't mind using some bows every now and then. The combat is a little bit more fluid, so... Although it's hard to explain it if you weren't watching very closely from Champions, but it's a single click now for some of the stuff that used to take more prep work, I guess. But there are also like different shortcuts now, so I gotta relearn them. So I kind of feel like the music's a little bit loud. I don't know if it's been drowning me out all day, but it just seems like that was a little bit too much. Okay. And that's a fight. Look at that experience. Almost 5,000 XP from a relatively random normal encounter. We're going to get so many level ups. And, we should probably start by detecting magic. Because random enemies have magic gear now. Enjoy. I'll take all the bracers for reasons. We're going to take that mace, give it to someone who doesn't have a magical mace, which is Aaron at the moment. Why did they equip his stupid auto battle? Don't unequip shields, dummies. You can take that mace, and it's almost certainly just a +1 longsword, but we'll get these all ID'd. Yeah, the thing is, money is not a real issue in this game. Just bring all the bracers when you fight mages. Okay, let's have a look at those bracers, though. So we've got bracers of AC 4, which gives us -1. These are not as good. They're only bracers of AC 6. We've got more darts, which is nice. Join? Oh, they're different. Because they're from a different game. Let's get rid of our old darts then. Because they don't join with new darts. They're like a different weapon ID or something. So, we'll just switch those over. And then, of course, we have a new quarterstaff that's magical. So, just to see... A normal quarterstaff is a 16 Thaco. A magical quarterstaff... What? A magical quarterstaff... 15, so that's just a +1, I think. Yeah, it's not that good. Darts are darts. Not in this world. Okay, well, we dealt with one ambush. Is that it? Any other enemy attacks? Apparently, the rest of the guards are not very good if there's random mages just walking up the just jumping over the walls. We relieve you. Oh, I think that means we're done, right? We've been relieved. So that's our patrol, just one random encounter. Ein Rampike is here with an old knight. Meet Sir Tom and heed his story. Journal 8. Now we got the on-screen display. There is Sir Tom. My name is Sir Tom Govamont. I am a knight emeritus of the Order of the Rose. Listen to me, I tell you. I knew all this would happen. I saw Sir Carl rise again in a dream. But wait, there's more. The dream went on. There was darkness and a candle. And oh, I am old. I cannot remember. But here, take this. We possess a small, smooth stone. He passes a small, smooth stone into your hand. It is strangely warm. Take care of it. It's a sleep stone. I keep it under my pillow, and it records my dreams. Often they prove interesting. I procured this sleepstone from the dream merchant, a man with power over dreams. I think his shop is in Vingard. Take him the stone. He'll be able to show my dreams to you. It is most important. This guy got ripped off. This is a classic Fantasyland con. It's just a stone. He paid 500 good steel for this. It's just a stone. And there's some mage that can read your dreams off of it. Poor Sir Tom. He needs to retire. After he leaves, Ein confides. He is loyal. Yeah, you might as well go find a dream merchant. Sure, have fun. See ya. Get out of here. Sir Bertel meets you. Good news, everyone. Our foes have left. It is over. The siege is done. You're free to go. But remember Tom's request. The dream merchant is in Kalaman this time of year. Farewell, sir. And enjoy all your level ups. So the siege is broken. All we had to do was fight one random encounter. Empty. A note reads, looking for Sir Garin. Well, that was easy. Let's go to the training hall. We'll do a quick level up, and I guess that's a good start to our episode, our series. Alright. So, although we could level up the old-fashioned way, because we've got GoldBox Companion, and also we should get the some gear ID'd, I guess. Let's level up some of our knights. It's not going to take very long to level up in our current game compared to Champions of Krynn. There it is. So, Aaron, level 8 knight. He was a level 8 knight in the past, but then he got downgraded to learn some Knights of the Crown magic. But now he gets more clerical spells, better Thaco, a lot of hit points. I don't know why he's getting 12 hit points. He should be getting 14, which is a 1d10 plus 4 from con bonus. I don't understand it, but it's fine. He's got lots of HP. Pixel gets a level up. Cleric level 7, some hit points, some saving throws, some more spells. Tim gets Cleric level 7 as well. Same basic stuff. Also level 4 Cleric spells. Tim is also a mage, a white mage level 7. This is our first level 4 spell, and for now we'll just pick up Ice Storm. Jirao is now back up to level Thief, level 9. Remember when you were a level 9 Thief in the other game, and then you went down to level 8, but now you're back up to level 9, so that didn't take very long. And that's it. Everyone's leveled up. So that didn't take too... That's pretty easy, right? And then let's go to the bank, withdraw a little bit of money, and then get our stuff IDs. We'll take out like 500 bucks. Okay. Bank of Gargath. You're good. Got a nice bank lady there too. So then the shop was this one? Yes. She works both the bank and the weapon shop. Alright, we're not really buying per se, but we want to get these things ID'd. Because if you sell them unidentified, I think you lose money? We're going to find out how this works. So we could sell for 450, or we could spend 100. Okay, so don't identify them if you're just going to sell them. But, by the way, remember those bracers? I'm going to ID them for real, but, want some gold or some steel? More than you'll ever be able to carry? Yeah, we just made 9,000 steel there, so don't worry about money, it's fine. What else is there? These were new. So yeah, just +1 longswords. We probably won't even be taking this stuff in the future. It's not good enough. Guess that's it. Oh, we got this mace. Yeah, I do that. I will hold on to a couple mace +1s, just so we all have some sort of undead slaying weapon. We won't need this longsword, though. Okay, so inventory's cleaned up a little bit. We've got tons of money, but we don't really need any of this stuff. Let's share our gold and then go put it away, or at least most of it away. Cool. And then I'll take some of it with us as we travel around. But yeah, we just got to 13,000. Actually, what I'll do is I'll just take the gems and the jewelry. And if we need to, we can just sell those and just leave our steel here because it's pointless. It'll be easier just to hold on to the gems and sell them when we want to buy something. And just let Thoradum hold on to them. I think we did lose... We had some diamonds and emeralds and stuff. I think we lost those in the trade over. So I never sold them. They just disappeared. Which is kind of annoying. But never give any money to Aaron or he just gives it away. So, alright, well that's it for episode 1, I believe, of Death Knights of Krynn. A fairly simple start. Nothing too crazy. What I will do is, between episodes, I'll just re-memorize some spells, because every level up, it's going to add some more stuff, and, Oh, that's right, yeah, that's one of the things it does do now. The game itself remembers what you were memorizing last time. This is much better than the old GoldBox games. Now, we still have new spells, because we got level ups, and also things that we cast are needing to be relearned, but anyway, it's going to be a lot easier. GoldBox Companion still makes it a lot easier even still, but it's fine, it's fine. Anyway, hope you guys are enjoying Introduction to Death Knights of Krynn. Next episode, we'll head on out of our fort and start exploring the world. Thanks for watching, I'll see you next time.